class people and make sure there's laws and guardrails that will protect working class people and their retirement.
Right. You brought up Project 2025, and I'll admit I have not read all 900 pages. I've read quite a few of the chapters, particularly the one that pertains to labor and women's rights. And it's frustrating. And the Heritage Foundation spent over $20 million putting this together, and it was written by a whole slew of Trump supporters. If they win and they get their way, there's going to be hell to pay for working families and women and women's rights.
Absolutely. Project 2025 is a culmination of the Billionaire Boys Club. And basically what they've been doing since Reagan is tearing down all the guardrails that protect citizens. You know, they own our government. They own the judiciary, and now they own the media that is actually doing the messaging that is getting working class people to vote against their own economic interest. And they're setting themselves up for a big loss. And for all the people that say, no, it could never happen, they said that about Roe too. And look where we're at now. You know, you have women that are, they got their reproductive abilities in jeopardy, sometimes their lives in jeopardy, just because conservatives wanted to take away their health care. And that's just unacceptable.
Right, it is. It's completely unacceptable. And we've seen these kind of things before. I mean, you know, you and I have been around long enough to remember how Reagan came in and cut taxes for the wealthy, promising trickle down. We knew it wouldn't trickle down, and it didn't. But in the meantime, to make up for the big hole that he created in the deficit, he raised taxes, I think it was 11 times without looking it up. And
Yes.
he took away a lot of the deductions that we middle class people had. We used to be able to deduct our credit cards, our house loans, car loans. All that was a tax write-off, and he took all that away and raised taxes. And people still revere him as like the savior of the Republican Party.
I don't understand it because they're doing the exact same thing now. Is they're taking away our deductions, but you know who didn't lose their deductions? Were all the people at the top. The top 1% didn't lose their deductions, just the working class people. And this is a cycle that they do. And now that they own the media, they control the messaging that they're trying to blame somebody else when in all actuality, it's the Republicans and it's their platform and it's their policies that have put us in this mess we're in. And who pays for the bill? The working class people do. And that's 2017 tax cuts for the rich is a perfect example of how they transfer wealth from working class people to the rich. And if you don't vote or you vote for Republicans, what you're saying is you're okay with the status quo. You're okay with picking up the tab while the rich and the entitled don't have to pay their fair share.